Hey there! Today I'm going to explain to you what your project is going to be today with the teacher. You are going to make a rhythm composition. So before we get started, let's remind ourselves, rhythm composition, the word composer, that means you are actually going to write the music. You're not the conductor, the one leading it. You are the composer, the one writing the music. So before we get started, let's review some of our rhythms that you can choose from. And your teacher can either pause this video where you can see this at the end for you to work, or she can write it up on the board too. So let me get it a little closer, you can see a little better. First we have our whole note. These are all review for you. That whole note worth 4 beats. That's the whole measure when we have 4 beats per measure, which you will today. Then we have our half note worth 2 beats. Quarter note worth 1 beat. Eighth note, 2 parts per beat. We count those. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and our 16th notes has the 2 bars on top. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and of course our quarter rest, which are the silences in our music. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of those are review. What you're going to do for your composition, and I have one filled out for you to look at. It has 4 measures. Each of those measures has 4 beats, just like our time signature shows. 4, 4. That top 4 tells us how many beats per measure. How many beats per measure. Your job, using those same rhythms that I showed you on my trusty little poster, you have to use each of those at least once. So if this is, can you see it in there? Yep. If this is my paper, I chose first a half note, which is 2 beats. So you got to let it on both. Eighth note, a quarter note. Then there's my bar line. I ran out of space. I have to start a new measure. Half note, again, worth 2 beats. Quarter note, quarter note. Then I have eighth notes, a quarter note, set of 16th notes, and a rest, and then I chose to end mine with a whole note, which was worth all 4 beats. So once you get all of your rhythms chosen, and remember, it is your choice. You are the composer. There is no right or wrong answer. The only thing that I'm telling you have to do is use at least one of everything. So you cannot have 4 whole notes. You cannot have a whole song of 16th notes. Use some variety, make it interesting. You have to write the counts underneath. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I just noticed that I forgot to do one right here. Let me do that real quick. And then you're going to count it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So do that in pencil. You can erase it if you need to. Your name goes on top. Any song title you want. I chose Blueberry Fields because I used a blue marker so it would show up. Any song title, school appropriate, of course. When you're done writing your rhythms, writing the counts underneath it, when the teacher tells you to, when she's looked at it, made sure everything looks good, you can go back to the percussion cabinet and choose any instrument to practice your composition on. Now, if you think there's 25-ish of you, each of you has an instrument, you cannot play it loud. It has to be soft in your own space. If the teacher tells you that you need to quiet down, she's going to take the instrument from you, and then you can just clap it or say it in your head. So hope you enjoy being a composer. Your teacher will collect these at the end of the period so that I can look at them. I'd like to see how they all turned out and what titles you chose and all of that. So I hope you have fun with it. Thanks.